Hey guys, this is Coach Freddie. I work with swimmers that are heading into a military or law enforcement career, which has a demanding water confidence or swim component. I donate my time for this. Okay, just a little warning about what we're going to get into here. All right, we're going to be talking about underwater swim stroke. All right, that doesn't mean we're going to get in the water and swim as far as we possibly can until we pass out. Because if you pass out in the water, you're going to die. So you might notice the oxygen tanks over here. You might notice an EMT right up here standing there. You might notice that we've got instructors in dive gear in the water, here, and here. You can't see them? Well, neither can I. So unless they're there, don't plan on doing any type of breath hold swimming. If you're going to go for a few yards or even as many as 25 for one rep, that's fine. That's no problem. Everybody should have the capacity to do that. So instead of approaching underwater swimming as a contest of how long can I tolerate it, why don't we take a look at it in terms of how efficient we can make the stroke. So if I can cover that distance effortlessly without spending a lot of energy out of my muscles, I'm certainly gonna prefer that to coming after this with just pure rage. Okay, right way to practice. We'll just take a quick look at some of us swimming the underwater swim stroke, pushing off the wall. I tell you guys not to worry about stroke count with CSS. However, when we're talking about underwater swimming, stroke count is everything. Because this is all about efficiency. Here's two more swimmers using slightly different technique. He's got a little bit too much of a downward orientation and he's too close to the bottom. There's some myth out there that staying close to the bottom is somehow the holy grail of swimming underwater. Well, if you're so close to the bottom that you can't execute a proper pull down stroke, a double arm pull, what have you accomplished? And the margin of improvement that's going to give you in an 8 or 10 foot pool is so slight that you'd need scientific instruments to detect it. There's just not enough pressure there. It's not even a third of an atmosphere. So that, I think, is really a canard. There's no benefit there. You need to stay underwater for the entire duration of the swim, but hugging the bottom isn't going to do anything for you. In fact, it's probably going to get in the way like it's doing right over here before it's going to do any benefit. See how he's being hampered by being too close to the bottom, where this other swimmer's got plenty of room? And away we go. So, what are some drills you can do to try to improve your underwater swim stroke? Like anything else, the best way to improve something is not to just keep doing it and expect it to get better, but to break it down into components and take a look at those components individually. So, this is a kick drill. We go across the 25-yard pool using only a breaststroke kick. This is the kick you should be using to swim underwater. You need to have a breaststroke kick in your toolbox. I know some people do this with a scissor kick, but the breaststroke is categorically faster and more efficient. So in a situation like this, you definitely want to take advantage of that. So it should take you no more than 10 or so kicks to get across. Let's check out what's going on here. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Going again. See how this swimmer right here, I'm going to back this up. See, he's dropping that melon down out of the streamline. Another point is the angle here. All right, we're coming off on an obtuse angle off the streamline. I mean, I admire the shoulder flexibility, but dropping the head down like this, that's no good. We take care of that later on in the video once it's pointed out. See how we're staying away from the surface and away from the bottom? You got to remember, from here to here is a lot of distance. All right, so why swim this extra distance to get all the way down there, only to have to go forward once you arrive? The object is to get to the other side, not to get to the bottom. Okay, streamline checks. We're just doing a push off and holding a strict streamline. See how far we get. That line is halfway across the pool. So when you keep things tight in the back, and most people are focused on the streamline, they're looking up here in the front. All right, get my tool here. They're looking at this. All right, what people fail to consider is the back streamline here. Very important, and we're going to show exactly why that is. All right, he didn't get quite as far. There's that head drop. So even though he's dropping his head down like that, which is making him go down, he still gets a decent amount of distance. I mean, he's within 10 feet of the halfway point. Trying to stay balanced, coasting it out. Now watch this. Boom. We did this intentionally. I had them separate their legs after they push off. Watch what happens to the velocity here. Boom, he comes to a screeching halt 10 feet off the wall. Same thing. Look at, they're all within 10, 12 feet of the wall. Okay, and we went ahead and fixed that streamline to where where he's not dropping his head down like that. And look how much further he gets. All right, this over here is the halfway point, 5 feet, 10 feet. So he's 10 feet from halfway across the pool. That's pretty good. Take another look at the swim strokes just to kind of close it all out. Work on your technique, not on your distance. If you have good technique and you're getting across the pool in 3.5, 4 strokes, you will have no problem at all with this aspect of swimming. I want to point out one more thing. If you look back on a previous video that we did, we talked about extending the body out and generating a whip effect. Storing that energy up. See how he extended his arms up here? They're up higher than his midline. He's extending them up, and he's going to whip them back. Whip them forward. Boom. Storing energy like you're bending a piece of green bamboo. So he punches out the streamline, extends, and whips. There you have it. I'll close the video out by just reminding you not to be stupid and try to push this further than you need to. You need to work on the technique. You don't need to work on the distance. There are many more capable swimmers than you, than I, than anyone you see on this video who have died needlessly doing these sorts of parlor tricks and pushing it further than they really needed to. Unless you're doing it in a situation that's completely controlled, where there's a doctor standing there with an oxygen tank, an ambulance outside, and people in the water ready to help you with no other job, you shouldn't be doing that kind of swimming. But this is work that you can safely do. As long as you're keeping the distance short here, and 25 is just fine, you can practice this. Now that doesn't mean you get in there and you do 25 after 25 after 25. You're not working on the technique at that point, and you're just going to start falling apart and going at it with pure rage. So keep it smart, keep it safe, give it a try. Take care, guys.